Hello.
Hey everyone, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Valerie.
And we are
the Ministry Media Mavens.
Can y'all believe it? 2 weeks in a row.
Live. Look at us.
Yes, we got on that. She has on her
Good Trouble
shirt.
John Lewis.
Yes. What you all may not know about Valerie is that she is multi-talented. Not only does she do these wonderful tips that we provide and provides media for our church, she also has a t-shirt and a couture business.
Yes.
And it's called
Get Sparkled by Lavelle.
Yes, so she makes these shirts. So if you ever want to get one of those shirts, let her know. Now I do shirts too, but mine are not couture. Mine are just regular shirts, with
and they're very nice as well.
Yeah, and I do them for church girls, and mine is called Church Girl Nation. And so we'll drop the link for both of our companies in the description. So if you want to check out her shirts, she has jewelry. She does dresses, all kinds of beautiful things. I just do shirts and mugs, and because she's couture, I'm regular.
Well, I like nice things. I like sparkle, as you can see. The shirt
sparkle.
It sparkles just a little bit, and hence Get Sparkled by Lavelle, because I like everything that sparkles. But the reason that I chose to start the other business was because you should have more than one stream of income.
Yes.
And if COVID-19 hadn't taught us anything, is that never rely on one single income. So therefore, I'm starting another stream.
Yes. So yeah, I know we are not talking about anything about helping your ministry to shine online, your small church shine online. But since we had these shirts and I just actually looked out there, I thought we would talk about it and say something about it. But anyway, on tonight, as you have seen from the promo, we're going to be talking about Zoom meeting versus Zoom webinar. And I am so happy to talk about this subject because it's been swirling in the wind for the last couple of weeks for us. We just had a client ask about the difference between the two and how to move forward and which one to use. And so we thought it would be really, really important to talk about the differences between the two, because there's a price point difference. And so we want you to be well educated as to which one to choose, which one is right for you, because, one may be right for you or the other, or you may want to utilize both. And so we're going to let Valerie start. She's going to tell you about Zoom meeting.
Okay, I would be happy to share some information about Zoom meeting. Actually, the platform Zoom is a video conferencing platform. It is a platform where businesses, churches can actually come together via video conferencing and collaborate. So that means that everybody can talk. You can come onto Zoom and you can share your video and share your audio so everybody can see you. If you choose to be seen, everybody can hear you if you choose to be heard. And so that's what Zoom is. And there are several levels that you can, there's a free level that you can have. I think it limits you to 40 minutes of video conferencing time with that particular platform, or you can have a paid, subscription.
Yes.
That was the word I was looking for, subscription. And then that way you can have unlimited collaboration time. And then it depends on the level of your subscription. You can have 1,000 people collaborating in a meeting and up to 10,000 people viewing, depending on your subscription level. And that is the Zoom meeting conferencing. And those are some of the things that you can do. You can actually record your meeting. So if you have something that you want to make sure, maybe the secretary called in sick, you can still record your meeting and have everything that was said in that particular meeting so that you can refer back to it later, or maybe even possibly share with the participants of the meeting. So that is something that you can do with Zoom meeting.
Yes, yes. It's a great, great platform, especially if, like Valerie said, if you're trying to collaborate between people. And that's what Zoom meeting is really about, collaboration. You want to see each other, you want to talk, and you want to, they have a whiteboard that you can use. You want to, kind of work out processes, or even I know a lot of churches, a lot of ministries are using them for their Bible studies. I know
Right.
we use it for our Bible study.
Yes.
A lot of ministries are using it for their Sunday schools. They want to collaborate with their Sunday schools and be able to ask questions and talk back and forth, because you can see everybody. Everybody can have the opportunity to talk. However, there is Zoom webinar. Zoom webinar. And there is a difference in pricing, because Zoom webinar does not come, even if you have the paid version of Zoom, you don't get Zoom webinar. Zoom webinar is an add-on that you add on top of your current subscription, and it is $40 a month. And so you really want to see, or to look inside of Zoom webinar to see what the features are, to make sure if this is something that you need. Zoom webinar are for people that want to have a lecture style format. And I call it one-to-many. It's almost like if you had a preacher that was going to be preaching, you didn't need any kind of collaboration. You didn't need to hear the amens or anything like that. And you don't want the interruption. You don't want to see other people's
Can
screens.
you mute your mic, please?
Yeah, you don't want to. Hey, number 574-321. Can you mute yourself? Can you mute yourself? No, you can't share your screen. You can't share your screen. You don't want to go through all of that. Then you need Zoom webinar, because on Zoom webinar, none of the participants can share their video
Right.
or their audio. That is totally disabled for them. The only person that you will see on the video is a panelist. Now you can have several panelists. The one we just did had 4 panelists. You can have more than one panelist, but only the panelist. And the panelist is a feature in webinar that you as a host have to give access to.
Right.
And so you decide who gets to be seen. You decide who gets to be heard. So your panelists their videos can be seen, but as a host, you still control when they are seen. They can share their screen. They have audio enabled for them. But it is a perfect thing, especially if you're going to have a large meeting. If you're having a meeting with over 50 people, you probably need Zoom webinar, especially if you don't want any of the background noise, any of the distractions. And if you're going to be recording this for future use, say this is a training that you're giving in your ministry. Let's say we talked about Sunday school. Let's say that you bring in someone that's going to be doing a training for your Sunday school administration, your teachers, your superintendents, all of that. And you just want them to be able to train without any kind of collaboration. You'll probably want to do Zoom webinar so that you can have that functionality of being able to control who is seen, who is heard. The second thing I love about Zoom webinar is it has a Q&A and a polling feature. Zoom meeting does not have Q&A or polling features. You can do it in chat, but in Zoom webinar, it is a separate, distinct feature. So that if you're doing Q&A, there is a separate place for all Q&A. You don't have to scroll through chat trying to find questions. There's a separate area for that. And also, if you want to offer polls to people, if you want to ask them, what do you think about option A or B, and they can vote in the poll, or how are you feeling in this season? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Yes or no? And they can answer that. And so that polling feature only exists in Zoom webinar. And the last feature that I love about Zoom webinar is that you can add a registration feature to it, so that it sends a link out and people have to register to be a part of the Zoom. That feature also comes with a confirmation that they'll get, yes, you have been registered to attend such and such seminar, such and such webinar. And then it'll also send, guess what?
What?
A reminder email.
Shut up.
Yes, automatically.
A
It's not
reminder?
something that you have to do. If they register through Zoom webinar, it's going to automatically send them a reminder. Don't say you didn't see this
Cool
reminder
beans,
that the meeting is tomorrow.
Like that.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
And you as the host don't have to do that. It's going to send them their confirmation. It's going to send them their
So you mean
reminder.
what? No more text.
Ding,
Text.
ding, ding. It's just going to send you a reminder. And so for a host, that is a weight off of your shoulders. So you won't have to send emails and say, hey, don't forget about the meeting, or you won't have to be texting, or you won't have to call, or you won't have to be on the meeting and wonder, do people remember
Right.
that you were in the meeting? It's already reminded them of that. So as a host, as somebody that's structuring an event, that's something that you don't have to worry about. It also gives you so many design features that you can control how your invitations look. You can add your logo, a banner to it.
Wow.
It's just so much that you can do. You can even
Nice.
add, like, let's say you're having a seminar and you have several presenters. You can even put the pictures and the bios of your presenters that are going to be at your webinar. Boom.
Ooh.
So people won't have to wonder, well, who is brother so-and-so? We don't know him. You'll see who he is. You'll be able to get a little information about, you'll see a picture of him, and you'll be able to get information about his credentials, what he has to offer to the talk or to the seminar that you're having. So that is Zoom webinar. So if you're having a large event where you're going to have over 50 people, you probably want to
Definitely
get that feature so that you don't have to worry about, like Val said, could y'all mute?
Mute yourself, please.
Can we ask you again to mute?
Somebody
Can you
ain't
mute again?
muted.
Can you mute again?
Can you please mute?
And then the way Zoom meeting works is it works off the auditory signals. So every time somebody speaks, their video is the one that projects. And so you could just be rustling papers and your video will show up. And yeah, you might not want that. You
No.
might not want that.
No.
So like I said, it's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't need Zoom webinar. If you don't host large events where you just want just the speaker to be projected, but you, like Val said, you want a collaborative environment,
Right.
Zoom meeting will work for you. If you never have to go over 40 minutes, the free Zoom meeting will be for you. But if you're going to go anything over 40 minutes, then you'll have to pay for, and I think it's $14.99 for the first level of it. And then if you, and I believe for the webinar, you can do it month by month. So you don't have to pay everything. So I just, for this month, we need webinar feature.
Next month, we just collaborate.
Disconnect, or not disconnect, what do you call it?
Unsubscribe.
Thank you. Unsubscribe. By the way, since
Have
we
you
talked about
subscribed?
subscribing, we would love for you all to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead. I believe the subscribe button is over there. And if not, it might be over here. But wherever you see the word subscribe,
Subscribe.
if you would click that for us and then hit the notification bell so you'll know that, or you'll know when we drop a new video. And if you have any questions for us, anything that you have been thinking about, I just got a inbox and I didn't even tell Valerie about somebody
What?
asking about green screens. How do you use green screens? Are there apps for green screens?
Wow.
And we love a
Yes,
good
we
green
do.
screen.
Yes, we do.
Yes, hallelujah. So I thought about, well, maybe we should do a session or an episode on how to use a green screen. What are good apps for
That would be
green
cool.
screen? Because we don't technically use an app for green screen because we use a physical green
Right.
screen.
Right.
It's a cloth green screen that Valerie got for us. She's the set person.
Ta-da!
She is hooking up our sets. Y'all hear me? Y'all need sets. You need to learn how to use good lighting. She works it out for us. Now, see, I'm the behind the scenes girl, the one that's doing the post editing and making it look cute. But we are a good team. And God has uniquely put our skill sets together to be able to be a blessing to our small church. We keep telling y'all that you don't need big money or a big church to have great production. All you need to do is to spend the time that's necessary.
Right.
Educating yourself, because that's what we do. If we don't know how to do something, or we tried to do something, that green screen didn't work, what happened? And so then we research to find out what went wrong. How
Right.
can we get better? And so every time we learn something new, what do? We come
You
tell y'all,
share.
like, oh, we was wrong about that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't wear green on a green. Now that's the tip for the green screen.
Ooh, please don't.
Don't ever wear green when you're doing a green screen because you will melt into the green screen. You're going to
Yes.
disappear. Because and maybe I shouldn't do this, but all a green screen is it allows you to what they do call chroma key. It allows you to key out a color.
Mhm.
And so when you put green behind it, the chroma key recognizes green and blue. And so it takes that color out. That's why you can add something else behind it. So that's why you'll see our pastor. He's in front of mountains. He's in front of a wood wall. He's in front of words that are talking about the message that he's presenting that day. It's because we had him behind a green screen. We put it in a program, Final Cut Pro. I also use iMovie, and we key it out and put him. If COVID keeps going on, he's going to be by a fire. Come December, he's chestnuts roasted on open fire.
So you got 2 subjects for the price of one.
For the price of one. That deserves a like and a share.
Yes, it does.
But we'll go more in depth on green screens in a separate video, and let us know in the comments what you want to know. And if we don't know it, what are we going to do?
We're going to find out. We're going to research it and find out, because we don't know it all.
We don't.
But one thing we do know how to do, like Cheryl said, is research and find out.
Yes. Yes. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We thank you. I know if you are part of our church, you were just got out of church.
Yeah, Pastor Smith preached
Woo!
an awesome word, which is why we
Yes.
are late, because we were trying to take in the word.
It's already done.
Already done.
So, but we thank you for joining us. Even like if you're from by faith and you're joining us, even after that wonderful word, even after I know you're probably tired,
Thank
you're ready to go to
you.
bed, you got to
Thank
get up in the
you.
morning. Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Just say by faith in the comments, so we'll know and we'll be able to thank you so much for staying up with us when we know you have to get up early in the morning. And so with that, we're going to say good night. We love you all with the love of the Lord. Thank you for joining and supporting us.
We appreciate you. Good night.
Night.